Good evening. You are tuning in with Enchantress, the Babbler, aka Jennifer Molina, author of The Darker Night Light of My Soul, available for download and purchase on Amazon.com. So I just, as I do, speak about the things that I desire and want to do. So I actually have something that I want to opinionate on because, I have opinions too. So when I was driving home today, I heard on 102.7, I think it was 102.7, yes, it was 102.7, that, and I had heard it earlier too, I don't remember from where though, about something about FERGIE, with the National Anthem, and how after, I guess, the song he played, which was my Dua Lipa song, that I lives, new rules, apply them, people. Yes, that one. He was gonna play it after that song, so I was already hyped as it was, because I was hearing my Dua Lipa song, and so then he played like a little clip of it, and he even said something prior to playing it. He said, I see what it was that she was trying to do, but, and then, everybody's looking at it like an embarrassment, or like, because they're looking at her predecessors prior, and, I just have the same two words, but anyways, everybody's looking at the people that have sang the national anthem before, and they are comparing and contrasting from that. So right away off the bat, you can know from just her vocals alone, and range and stuff like that, especially with the kind of people that they've had, sing the national anthem in the past. You're comparing that to that, and that's like, I just don't think that's fair to begin with. But anyways, that's just my opinion out there. But that's not what I'm gonna say. So I heard the little snippet. I still have yet to hear the whole full song, of how she sang it, so I'm not judging it fully or anything. I'm just, again, opinionating on the little bit that I heard on 102.7, and she truly didn't sound bad. I mean, I get what you guys are saying, like, because again, if you're gonna go with that, like, comparing and contrasting ways, and you're thinking about the people that have come before her to sing, the national anthem, and, blow our socks off, kind of thing. She put her own rendition take on it, and I'm gonna think that, you do that because you don't want to bomb at the other one, especially if you're thinking about your ability with your own, like, vocal range and stuff like that. But, like, it was kind of like a hit or miss or something, so I don't think she sounded bad. I think that what they're comparing it to is whatever it is that they're used to, is that generic, national anthem, like, killing it and knocking, like I said, our socks off, due to, like, certain kind of vocal ranges and abilities that sound beautiful, absolutely, but, to not, what you had was an audience for unfortunately what she had is an audience that is expecting that something like that, because that's what they're accustomed to. So, the brutal beating that she's receiving, like, sure, fine, you want to say, she bombed the national anthem in some way or whatever, but what I gotta say, and if Fergie, you ever come this way, I just want to ask you how it is that you feel about your rendition of what it was that you had desired it to be like, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about how you did or whatever the case may be, because again, truly, like, just listening just a little bit, again, I didn't hear the whole thing. I will, maybe I'll come on with another video and be like, wait a minute, guys. But that's just the humor in me. But the little bit that I heard, and different, yeah, I see, she put her own unique spin on it with what she can do, and she wasn't, heard because she's being compared, more likely. I'm not saying, you know, oh my god, like, maybe it hurts some people's ears. It's just like, you know, people have different tolerance levels for different stuff. Like, even, you know, like me, sometimes I sound too high-pitchy, so, you know, people that be like, oh, my ears, you know, whatever, and stuff like that, sensitivity, like, I don't know, but I just don't think that, you know, the brutal lashing she's receiving from, like, society around, who just, you know, like, I want to see you go out and freaking sing the national anthem and give it your own spin and see how you like it and feel when people just want to be, like, unreal instead of, you know, just, you know, did it kill you? Like, I don't know, but, you know, just to think about the bravery it takes anyways, like, to just show your art and, you know, put your heart on the stage, and then here you are, got people, like, booing you away. And I'm not even saying it, like, just because, oh, I feel bad. I don't feel bad. Like, listen, she's in a position that has her out there. Like, more power to you, sister. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not even about feeling bad. It's just about, like, how, like, cruel we can be, you know, to be so rude to artistry that speaks differently and doesn't have to be the same sounding generic thing that we're always constantly receiving, like, all the time. Like, you were expecting a ballad of, you know, the national anthem. What if, you know, her vocal range doesn't go that way? And what if this was something she worked on for months on end? Like, you know, what can I do that's fits me too? So that's why I say that's the most important thing, no matter what it is that any of us have to say. I just hope that she's aligned in her ways and is happy with whatever she was able to put out on the stage, on display, the honor that she got to even be asked to sing the national anthem or whatever the case may be. May that rise and may that help her heal through this embarrassing thing that, you know, society wants to, like, string her along on and freaking humiliate on, because apparently it makes people feel better about themselves when they can freaking kick somebody when they're already feeling down about, you know, letting others down, you know what I mean? So I just think the cruelty of our ways, these freaking energetic stains, like, even for celebrities on, you know, full display, like, yo, people are mean in every single kind of way. Like, is it really necessary? Like, I'm telling you, I just heard the clip of whatever it was that the radio host was shared on 102.7. I seem to like that station a lot, because, you know, the vibe is good. I like Z100 too, like I said, but 102.7 is the one that let me play my little music thing that was a little bit too long. They approved it, so, you know, to me, be peaceful. So yeah, so I just think that, you know, it's so easy to chime in with what everybody else, the consensus, like what everybody else is saying, but, like, again, people, these are other beings that are putting themselves out there. And yeah, you may say, oh, but that's the lifestyle you choose, that's what you put yourself to be ridiculed. Really? Or is that just part of your conditioning? Like, is that what you really want to do? Because mirror, mirror on the wall, let me tell you something. After all, if what you're doing is to ridicule and put down, criticize, and think that you're holding some kind of crown that you can come up against somebody else because they're different than you and they have other ways and other values and other arts and other gifts too that you want to just kick down to because it wasn't on your level, boo, let me tell you, that's more of a reflection of you in every single way. So you want to go ahead and go play that game of, oh, I'm gonna diss you today because, you know, I got me's right now. Like, nah. For me, that's just like a fool. That's just like a fool wearing a crown thinking they look cute and shit. So, you know what I mean? So the little bit I heard, I didn't think she sounded bad at all. And you know, I love music. For me, music for me is what could get me like moving, singing, vibing, dancing. That's what I'm all about. So if the music is about that, even if maybe I may not, like I said before, like I may not like the words, but oh my god, the beat is sick, and I'd be like, whoo, 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 and this is me, you know, like dancing to it. Anyway, I just won't sing the words that I don't like. If you know, if it's something like that, or change the words. I change the words all the times. I've been making up songs in my own kind of rhymes, so you know what I mean. I just think that it's unfair, you know, and just not nice. Like, dude, like, think about it. Is that how you want to be treated? Is that how you want to be made to feel ever in your life? Just imagine, like, think about it. Oh, you want to look at her, like, I used to tell people too, like, if I ever told you some of my sob story, the worst thing for me, of what limited a lot of my sharing even to other people, would be that, oh, they feel sorry for me. That would be one of the things. And I know that you can say that that's all prideful and stuff like that. It's not about that. It's like, listen, we're sharing in this human experience, this life experience, whatever the hell this is, together. And there are very, you know, even though we may have different paths and we may have different lifestyles, we might have different experiences, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, we are still feeling. We are still on this human thing of whatever this is, feeling so deep inside. And, you know, all these emotions that may come and arrive and rise up within our shrines, that's something we got in common. So let's think about how we make other people feel. Like, I would be like, don't feel sorry for me, I'm just telling you, that's all. To even, you know, be able to feel embarrassed for somebody else. Why are you projecting your perception on this person? Maybe she's not embarrassed, and maybe she thinks you're all assholes. So, you know, at the end of the day, like, we throw a lot of shade and hate other people's way, but again, no matter, even if you're right, your perception is all about you and your own life. And I really hope this girl's feeling alright, because you know what, she wasn't bad. And you can say all it is that you want to say, like, oh no, that girl was horrid, did you hear that? And then want to come and bring up somebody else that has sang the national anthem in the past. That's great.
Guess what?
They did. Hold on. Hold on.
I didn't even place the order.
Okay. Great. Press order. Thanks. So, as I said, anyway, this is, you know, the mom effect, the goddess effect. Life, earth, angel, hero effect, whatever you want to call it. As I said, there will be interruptions. Sometimes you hear my animals go bark. It's life. That's what it's about. Like, I can cut and edit out a lot of stuff, but this is raw in every single way, so that's gonna happen sometimes. But yeah, so I just hope that, you know, if this triggered you in some kind of way to get defensive or feel some type of way because maybe you had something to say, and the way that you were mirroring out or projecting on out and talking about, you know, this woman that didn't sound bad, but again, I guess our opinions, you know, they vary from one person to another. I'm not saying, oh my god, that was the best national anthem thing that I've ever heard that made me get goosebumps all over. I'm not, you know, but I'm not, again, comparing and contrasting. This is a different artist. It's not fair to project on her this standard of, like, what I think she should have sounded like based on the freaking constant generic ballads that everybody else before her has been able to like sing out, belt out, like sing. That's not right. That ain't good. How about listening to appreciate what it was that she brought to her time to be able to sing this national anthem thing? Yeah. So sending my healing vibes to all of the soul tribes out there feeling alive, getting aligned within their shrine, and sending good vibes to everybody's way. And you know, yeah, even though we got opinions and we got lots to say and we got a lot of sharing to do along this way, we aren't on some shade or haterade. And if we catch ourselves triggered in some way, you know, oh my God, maybe I was falling into that grain of that freaking stain that needs to be washed away. That may be someday the example that I see will be the very thing that we live to see, breathe, bleed, and experience. Because I'm all about this in every single way. You know what I'm saying? Peace be to you. Think about the things you do. Think about how you make people feel. Just understand that just because it's a celebrity and stuff like that, and they put themselves in your eyes because, again, you're projecting onto them based on your own conditioning of freaking lies. You want to think that you can all of a sudden subscribe and you know, like, criticize their whole, like, art. Is that really what you got in your heart? That's really what you was about. That's all I gotta say. Because I didn't listen to critique her in some way. I was just, you know, curious as to what everybody's got to say, because, you know, I had the radio on anyways. Not that it changes my day or my opinion or my stance, because supportive am I of all artists out there that put their hearts on display. Yeah, you know what? Fine. You don't like what you heard. You can keep moving it along. But I want to see you get out there and sing the national anthem and give it your little own rendition before you want to go spit some poisonous venom and make some woman feel ridiculous or embarrassed about how it was that she performed something that, you know what, maybe you didn't like, but you know what, it wasn't bad at all. Namaste. Before I get upset. Yeah, so people, let's think about the things that we do and how we make people feel, because that's more of a reveal from me about who you is in every single way. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing, saying a lot of like shooting venom out your way, why don't you play the STFU game for a little while and get inside your mind, body, heart, and soul for a little while and zip it. And then let's start seeing the energies flip it. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Today's a good day. And my grandpa, I must hear and share and say that he is doing amazingly great. And he even went home on the same day. Miracles are made. Hope and faith goes a very long way of these energetic grains that we can marinate when we set our intention and we drive it into motion with our emotions, our actions, our habits, our disciplines, these things that we're doing. For it is our constitution. I'm so grateful. I really am. And over and out.